Hey Ed, how you doing this morning?
You're smiling
As well. We need more joy in this world, Ed.
Yeah. Yes. Do you have a preference on life?
I will like you.
Okay, that would work. That would work. Let's go over that. If no one will.
Yeah, oh, they will. They said they're going to.
National Guard armor.
Not on paper. When I say free, you say DC. Free. DC. Free. When I say free, you say DC. Free. Free. When I say hands, you say off DC. Hands off DC. Hands off. Hands off. Hands off. Hands off. Hands off. Hands off. city. Our city. We're gonna get going shortly, y'all. We want to thank everybody for coming out. In a couple of minutes, we want everybody to like fill in the spaces, because we know where there's people, there's power, and we want them to know that we're here and we ready, we coming, and this is our city. Whose city? Whose city?
Our city.
Whose city?
Our city.
Whose city?
Our city.
Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC!
Free DC.
Protect home rule! 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 Protect home rule!
Protect home rule. 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 Protect home rule.
All right, friends. Good morning. Good morning, DC. All right. My name is Kaya Chatterjee. I'm the Executive Director of Free DC, and we're here this morning because Trump is trying to take over DC. Right behind us, that's right. Right behind us, he's having a press conference, and he wants to assert more of his authority over DC, and we are here to say, he can't have it. Say it with me, he can't have it.
He can't have it.
Trump can't have it.
Trump can't have it.
DC is our home. We are just some of the hundreds of thousands of people who live here in DC. Our communities are joyful. We are powerful, as you can hear. We deserve dignity.
Yes.
We are multi-generational families. We are the hopeful future of our youth, our children, our babies. We are workers. We are neighbors. We are people of every age, every race, every ability, and every faith. And together, we work year over year for our shared future, including today. On behalf of DC communities, I'm here this morning to say that nothing Trump is doing right now is about our safety. If Trump cared about our safety, he would stop mass firings of federal workers. Taking away our jobs, our families' jobs, that isn't safety. If Trump cared about safety, he would stop kidnapping immigrant neighbors. Because terrorizing people, terrorizing families is not safety. If Trump cared about our safety, he would fund Medicaid. He would fund schools. He would fund SNAP. Because people being sick, out of school, and hungry is not safety. If Trump cared about DC's safety, he would make DC's prosecutor accountable to the people of DC. So that they were listening to local leaders. These are the leaders, our local leaders, our communities are the ones who have reduced crime to a 30-year low. A 30-year low this year. And if Trump cared about DC, he would acknowledge that our babies, our 14-year-olds, our children, right? He would not be demanding that they be prosecuted as adults because 14-year-olds are children. Whether they are on private islands or whether they are in our criminal justice system, these are our babies and we will protect them. Trump does not care about DC's safety. He cares about control. Leaders like Trump are not new to this world. Countries around the world have seen a rise in authoritarianism. Now we are seeing it here. And what we know from history is that authoritarians always want to control the capital and the people in the capital city. It's because it's the fastest way to silence dissent and to accelerate their agenda. And I want to be clear, this is not about crime. This is about what Trump is trying to do to D.C. in order to take over D.C. and silence us. This is the story of a ruler who is trying to oppress a people and who's causing real harm to real communities in the process. And today we're going to hear from those community members. To start us off, I want to introduce Samantha Davis, who is both, I'm very happy to say, with Free DC and a founder of Black Swan Academy. Samantha.
I just want to start this honoring that we are a part of a long, rich movement of people fighting for liberation. And so I invite you all to join me in this quick call and response. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love each other and support each other.
We must love each other and support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
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 Ashe. I am Sam or Samantha Davis. I'm here this morning to make it clear that DC's young people deserve love. They deserve care, and they deserve all solidarity, not cruelty. This is not about crime. This is about control. This is not about public safety. This is about power. Last week, Donald Trump suggested that our children in D.C. as young as 14 should be tried as adults. Let me ask you, do we want that?
No!
And Trump's U.S. attorney has said that she wants to come after our youth and was frustrated because I can't get my hands on them. Do we want that?
No!
Trump threatened that if D.C. didn't start punishing our children more harshly, then he would federalize our city. Do we want that?
No!
Trump will not bully us into preying on our children. We will not sacrifice our children to a tyrant. Harsher punishment does not improve outcomes for young people in D.C. or anywhere. We know this. History has shown this. Research has shown this. Instead, here's what we know does improve outcomes for young people. Quality schools. Because education is the best path out of poverty. But Trump has disseminated programs at the U.S. Department of Education that is preventing this from happening. Food. We know we need food because you can't learn when you're hungry. But Trump has gutted funding for SNAP. We know we need health care because you can't thrive if you're sick. But Trump is dismantling Medicaid funding for thousands of D.C. children. DC's young people have a bright future when we support them. I know this as with Black Swan Academy, having the privilege to work with thousands and hundreds of young people all across DC, and I'm so excited to be able to introduce you to one of those bright spots, Marcus Williams. Can we give it up for Marcus?
Hello everybody. My name is Marcus Williams. I'm a youth organizer with Black Swan Academy, graduate of Anacostia High School, and incoming freshman at Morehouse College. Today, I will be speaking out against the harsh reality of what some people believe will change and reform our city for the better. Growing up in DC, specifically Ward 8, it was hard, and I do want my community to be free of violence, but simply locking people up is not the answer. History has proven that. True safety is not about increasing police presence, it's making sure every person has the resources they need to thrive mentally, physically, and emotionally. In honest words, has anybody ever stopped to wonder why the violence in these neighborhoods are happening? People talk about reforming and building a new DC instead of trying to solve and fix the issues happening inside of DC already. And firstly, how can you change or reform a place when the residents of DC did not elect you? DC is our home. It is my home. The people of DC deserve to be heard, and our needs must be addressed with our own communities and with local elected officials. We have the power to represent us. Secondly, back to the topic at hand, the new DC with these harsh laws, like being charged as an adult at 14. 14? Your brain doesn't even fully develop until 23 at most times. And you think charging a young child at 14 as an adult will make DC better? Youth already go through a lot, especially with mental health, and we also don't have enough resources as it is. And your first idea of a way to make a new and better DC is by making a law that hurts young people. A law that creates fear in the young community, especially in the black community. African Americans as a whole have suffered specifically from police violence, and you want us to make it easier for black youth to be even more criminalized or labeled as criminals? It will not help DC for the better, and it will actually cause more trouble. Furthermore, how can you kick out a group of people that has nowhere to go? Homelessness has been one of the biggest issues in DC for who knows how long, and instead of trying to solve it and find better solutions for it, you want to kick people out. For the past year, it has come to my attention that the DC government has been moving away from trying to fix homelessness, but why? You talk about making DC new and better and all this other stuff, but how can you do that when you're trying to avoid a problem instead of fixing it? How can we reform as a city if people can't? How can we reform as a city if people can't see? Instead of taking the money out of shelters and programs, put more and more money and time into these shelters and programs, so that in due time, homelessness doesn't even have to be a problem in DC. Instead of avoiding the issues and problems inside of DC and threatening the lives of people in it, why not put more programs in place to help youth not succumb to violence they may see in their everyday lives? Trump has already cut programs for SNAP, health professionals, and TANF. Instead of adding more trained mental health professionals, adding more and more SNAP and TANF money, and making more places for youth so that they don't have to resort to violence. Thank you for listening.
When black youth are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When black youth are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When black youth are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
All right, a DC united will never be defeated. A DC united will never be defeated. A DC united will never be defeated.
A DC united will never be defeated. A DC united will never be defeated. A DC.
All right, next up, we have Sam Epps with us, the president of the Metropolitan Washington Council AFL-CIO.
Thank you, and again, Marcus, we wish you the best at Morehouse, and we look forward to you becoming a leader here in D.C. Again. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, D.C. My name is Sam Epps, and I'm the president of the Metropolitan Washington Council AFL-CIO. We are a council of more than 150 local unions who together represent 150,000 workers in D.C. and in Maryland. Our movement includes restaurant workers, firefighters, teachers, electrical workers, construction workers, and many other industries that make D.C. run. Trump's attack on federal workers has hit D.C. region harder than any other place in the country. The federal government and affiliate industries are the backbone of DC's economy. More than 50,000 D.C. residents are employed by the federal government, about 13% of all jobs in D.C. By comparison, federal jobs are 1.9 of all jobs nationwide. And if this president really cared about safety in D.C., he wouldn't be spiking unemployment rates here in D.C. If Trump cared about safety in D.C., he would reinstate all fired federal workers today so these workers can provide for their families. If Trump really cared about safety in D.C., he would respect the collective bargaining rights of federal unions so that D.C. workers can fight for wages and positions that they deserve. But he has not done that. Instead, he has steadily eliminated the jobs that people in D.C. rely on. The workers who process VA benefits, Social Security checks, who run our airports, who keep our food safe, they all deserve to provide for their families. The good news is there's much more in D.C. than the federal government. There is go-go music, there is mambo sauce, as is there the federal government. And you know what? The federal government needs D.C. The federal government needs D.C. hotel workers who provide lodging for millions of Americans who visit D.C. each year. The federal government needs D.C. first responders who heroically defended the Capitol on January 6th. The federal government needs D.C. transit workers who get thousands of D.C. area commuters to work every day. The federal government needs D.C. food service workers who serve millions of meals to people in this city every single day. And the federal government needs D.C. municipal workers who make our city run and cleans up federal parks. We have a saying in the labor movement, if you come from one of us, you come for all of us. Injustice to one worker is an injustice to all of us. And workers make D.C. run, and this city can't run without us. So we are here in solidarity with D.C. workers today. We join every day in calling for free D.C. So when we fight, thank you.
Take it to the streets, this our D.C. No justice, no peace. Take it to the streets, this our D.C. No justice, no peace. Take it to the streets, no justice. Okay, y'all, but the key is take it to the streets. This our D.C. If we don't get no justice, they're not going to get any peace. My name is Nene Taylor, N-E-E-N-E-E-T-A-Y-L-O-R. I'm a co-founder of Free DC Project, and I'm also the executive director and co-founder of Harriet's Wildest Dreams. The only violence that's happening in D.C. right now is the violence against our communities that this president is directing. For 4 nights straight, the president has been trying to provoke violence here, right here, in the black communities and in the brown communities, having ICE kidnap our neighbors, having the black community be harassed and profiled and want a response. We say, hell no, we won't go. When we say we won't go, that means we're not going to those mass incarceration, into their prisons and enslavement. We won't go into their ICE, what do you call his beautiful centers that he got. We won't go to where alligators live. Hell no, we won't go. 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 Today we gather to speak plainly about policy path that sounds strong, but in truth, it weakens the very safety we seek. We believe there is a better way to protect us all, one that respects rights to build trust and keep our communities truly safe, and that is fascism free. Free is not a roadmap to safety. It is a burial. It fails hardest on the black communities that already we bear disproportionate share of surveillance, stops, and forces. I want to be clear. We've been here before. This is a long history. Well before today, the black communities bear the brunt of aggressive policing. Data and reports from many credible organizations show patterns. Black people are more likely to be stopped, searched, questioned, arrested, and harmed in encounters with the law. When we add the presence of federal agents or the National Guard to daily life in these neighborhoods, the burden can multiply. Not by making harm more rare, but making it more visible and more likely to escalate. So be clear, this has been going on. But as you bring more policemen, it's going to escalate. Black Washingtonians have long recognized that community violence cannot be solved through state violence and have asked for meaningful investments and solutions that are proven to work. Racist over-policing goes beyond D.C. as the roots of American policing in many regions, like enslaved patrols. Police have been enslaving and murdering black people with freedom for punishment for centuries. I stand in front of you today with a signal to the residents of D.C. and the country that we will not be idle as oppressive structures try to harm our communities and take power. The fight for black liberation and the liberation of all people will not stop no matter our oppression, intimidation, manipulation tactics. We have the right to demand respect, to protect ourselves and protect each other. And as the executive director of Hers Wildest Dreams, I want to name white people's civil rights have never been in danger because they are white. The white civil rights represents the desire from the Jim Crow. Full stop. At Hers Wildest Dreams, and as we support Free DC, we're fighting against mass incarceration, policing, ICE, violence towards immigrants and Muslims, violence in Palestine, worker exploitation, and more. We're fighting for freedom and safety for all people, including black, brown, people who are women, feminine, queer, trans, gender non-conforming, immigrants, disability, poor, and more. We're not free until all of us are free. We will not stand here and allow authoritarianism in Washington, D.C. We are going to be here, and we're not backing down. Know that the safety of a community is inseparable from its sense of belonging and justice, not its fear of somebody's uniform. Let us choose future where safety is earned through justice, not enforced by intimidation. Where black communities, indeed all communities, feel protected, respected, included in the decisions that shape the lives of people in D.C. And I advise you, if Nene Tay is ever killed by the police or held in a jail cell, don't you sit back and cry for me, you go raise hell. Free D.C. Free D.C. Free D.C. Ashe.
Thank you, Nene. Our next speaker is Nadia Salazar, a core organizer with Colectivo Familias Migrantes.
Hi everyone, my name is Nadia. I am an organizer with the Colectivo Familias Migrantes. Very proudly representing our community. Yo estoy hoy día con el Colectivo de Familias Migrantes. The district, much like the U.S., was built on the genocide of Native communities and by the forced and violent oppression of kidnapped African people and their descendants. With this, there's a vast history of discrimination and displacement that D.C. holds on the same people who built it. Therefore, this is our responsibility to ensure that our Black and migrant communities, knowing that these identities can and do intersect, that we have been impacted by the systemic injustice long before ICE began these tactics. After all, slave patrols were the earliest form of police in America, and ICE is just another iteration of that. From criminalizing black and brown residents through the omnibus bills that they present, through sneaky removals of protections of our migrant communities, DC is constantly under attack and targeted. We live in a time where migrant children are being removed from their foster homes, where construction sites fall silent when the sun rises while our community is kidnapped, where raids are so common we teach school songs to children that are in elementary school. We live in a time where our neighbors are disappearing and are going to state-sanctioned concentration camps like Alligator Alcatraz. And all we came here for when we migrated was safety. Our message is clear. Safety is our children going to school without fear of getting back to an empty home. Safety is restaurant workers going to work freely without fearing their own kidnapping. Safety is school nurses caring for our children without fear of being separated of their own children. Safety is not choosing between deportation or calling an ambulance because you're about to die. Safety is investing in our communities, not our surveillance. Safety is ICE out of our neighborhoods, our schools, our libraries, our construction sites, and our communities. Safety is ICE out of DC. Tengo un mensaje muy claro para la comunidad inmigrante. La seguridad significa que nuestros niños vayan a la escuela sin temor a llegar a una casa vacía. La seguridad significa que inviertan en nuestras escuelas y en nuestros niños. La seguridad significa salir a las calles sin miedo de no retornar a casa. La seguridad significa que inmigración no nos está persiguiendo todos los días. La seguridad significa que nuestras comunidades estén unidas. Thank you all so much. We're here because we believe in free DC. Say free DC. Free?
Free.
DC.
DC.
Say free. Free. DC.
Thank you, Nadia. Next up, we have Reverend T.C. Morrow, pastor for public witness for Ecumenical Connections at Foundry United Methodist Church.
Good morning. I'm Reverend T.C. Morrow, and I am grounded this day in a piece of scripture from my own Christian tradition from Matthew 25. Then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when was it that we saw you hungry and gave you food, or thirsty and gave you something to drink? And when was it we saw you a stranger and welcomed you, or naked and gave you clothing? And when was it that we saw you sick or in prison and visited you? And the king will answer them, truly I tell you, just as you did it to one of the least of these, my brothers and sisters of mine, you did it to me. Let us pray. O God, who we know by many names, we give thanks for the air that we breathe this day, for the city sounds that surround us, and our ability to gather this day to witness on behalf of the 7,000 people who call the District of Columbia home. You have empowered people of faith and conscience across the ages, O God, to stand up against injustice and cruelty. In the face of attacks on our freedom and true safety, we ask you to be with us this day as we seek dignity